Vision is absolutely critical to your life, to your team, to your organization, and to your family. It's important that we know where we are going. I remember my dad teaching me how to drive, and he would say, keep your vision, keep your eyes set on the horizon, where you're wanting to go. Whether the road was straight or whether there was a curve in the road, keep your eyes set in the destination of where you're wanting the vehicle to go. Not 5 feet in front of the hood, because that would just cause an abrupt overcorrection or oversteering. But having that eye set, that focus off into the distance of where you are going, where you plan to be. And because at that point, when that happens, our turning is no longer short and abrupt, but it's smooth and it's fluid and it's going to still take us there. And we're not going to spend as much energy over correcting. Vision simply is that picture of the preferred future. And I've used this example simply of having a vision to enjoy and provide fresh produce for your family. So in order to accomplish that vision, we have to have a mission. We have to know what are we going to do in order to create that picture. And so if we have this example of enjoying and providing fresh produce for your family, we're going to say, hey, you know what? Our mission is then to build, to plant, and to tend a garden. And realizing, hey, you know what? That isn't the only option. That isn't the only mission that we could have, but it is the mission that we are choosing to have. And I think that's an important thing to note here, is recognizing and communicating, whether it's just simply to yourself or to your family or to your team, hey, this is the way that we are going to accomplish our vision. Because sometimes we have different ideas of how to accomplish something. But when the vision is clear and you can identify and clarify what the mission is, how we're going to do that, then it brings everyone on the same page and gives them an opportunity to be committed to that mission. It needs to be clear, and if you want to have that commitment, this is how we're going to do it. As a family, we aren't going to go to the local market. We aren't going to find all the local vendors and go to farms within an hour of our home to find this fresh produce. No, we are going to build and plant and tend a garden ourselves. That is how we're going to accomplish this vision of producing and providing and enjoying fresh produce. And then there's the mediums, and these are the tools or the resources that you're going to use in the process of accomplishing your mission. These are the things that you're going to use on a daily basis. These are maybe the rhythms that you're going to have, the tools and things that you're going to use to do that. So raised garden beds. You're going to do home composting. We're going to use shovels, gloves, etc., etc. The thing to note here is that with your mediums, the tools and the resources that you use to accomplish your mission, we can hold loosely to these things. Not that we're always wanting to change it, but we're going to have to recognize that, you know what, circumstances and environment and conditions, the things that are beyond our control, we're going to have to be flexible in adjusting and using different mediums depending on our circumstances. Mission, on the other hand, yes, it can be changed, and we did talk about that there are multiple ways to accomplish the same vision, but as a leader, you don't want to be changing this just frivolously. You don't want to be changing it on a whim, because you will lose trust and you will lose momentum with your team. And so it's important for you to understand and know, hey, why do I believe that we need to make this shift? And recognize it is a bigger shift than just changing your medium and using different tools. So you're making a shift in how you're accomplishing it. So if you were to use this example of, hey, we are no longer going to build, to plant, and tend a home garden. We are now going to go and find those local markets. We're going to find local producers. We're going to find a way maybe to be a part of a community garden. Whatever it is, you have to realize your team has already put a lot of energy. Your family has put a lot of energy into planting, building, and tending a garden. So if you're going to change that midway, you have to recognize, and it's important that you get their buy-in, that you give them an opportunity to voice their questions and their concerns, because they are valid. And it's, again, I will reiterate how important it is for you as a leader to recognize this fact, but also to say, to be able to articulate, this is important that we make this shift. I hear you. We are not necessarily looking for consensus, but if you are confident that your mission has to change, then walk with that confidence, but also listen to your team, give consensus, because that is a way for you to help them make that shift with you and realize that that change might be slow and might be tough. And so, again, it's important that you stick to that vision, because the reason that you have that preferred picture is because something in that picture matters to you. The health, in this example, the health of your family, eating fresh produce, that you know exactly what's happened to it. You know if there's been pesticides and all those kinds of details that might be of concern to somebody. That matters to you, and so that vision is important. And so if the vision is important, we can make that paramount and we can communicate that through our vision, through our mediums. We can realize and understand and be adaptable when we need to be adaptable, because you know what, it's not about personal agendas, it's not about myself, it's not about even you as a leader, but it's about us accomplishing this picture. And I believe if you're changing that mission, I believe that making the shift is going to help us accomplish that vision. And so again, set that vision in front of your team, set that vision in front of yourself. If you're making some personal development changes and you're going to accomplish it in a different way, remind yourself, hey, this is why I'm making this shift, because I want to accomplish this. This is the vision that I want to have. It's a little bit easier with the medium and the tools that we're using. Again, in those moments, great to remind our team, great to remind ourselves, hey, we're going to use a different tool to accomplish our mission and achieve our vision. But that's a little bit easier, but still helpful to keep that vision at the forefront for yourself and for your team.